Knights of Apollo. What's up, guys? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well. And today we are playing Medieval 2 Total War. This one is a 2 vs 2 siege battle, and we are at the Northern Castle, which is a really cool castle because of this long wall right here. It's all about this wall. If you can take it as the attackers, it's game over because you can easily put your archers up here and fire down at the defenders who are trying to defend the town center, which obviously is the main objective of the siege battle. And this one is really awesome because it's a no artillery. Well, actually, you know what? Artillery was allowed, but it's one wooden artillery, which wooden artillery, they're not really made to knock down stone castle walls. So you got to rely on siege towers and siege equipment. So there's going to be some very intense wall fighting going on here. It's so cinematic. That the atmosphere, we're stuck in a blizzard, which is really cool, and the moons, they aligned. I mean, everything about this battle was so awesome. Just really close. Great tactics from both teams, and just an I don't know. It's a snack and drink worthy battle. That's what I was going for. So be sure to get comfortable, get some snacks, get some drinks, and enjoy the slaughter, because here we go. So on one side we have Jackyfish leading Sicily, and I am leading England. And on this side we have the Moors and the Papal States. So let's go ahead and look at the army comps. Now, of course, our strategy here is to take the walls and get our archers up on the walls. So looking at Jackyfish's army, he's got 8 units of dismounted broken lances, and he has 4 units of dismounted Norman knights. So this is like equivalent to feudal knights. He's got his general on horseback here, late period. He has 4 units of Pavi's crossbowmen, and he has 1 unit of the chivalric knights. So, you know, just having some cav just in case. And then here is his trebuchet. So looking at my army, I'm mostly focusing on archers, skirmishers, so I really want to skirmish the enemy to death. In the front lines, I've got 4 or 5 units of dismounted feudal knights. I have 2 units of yeoman archers and 4 units of the retinue longbowmen. I have 4 units of the dismounted English knights, and I have 4 units of the armored swordsmen. Here is my general, early period general's bodyguard, and I have a cav unit that I accidentally left over here. This is the Knights Templar, but you know, they're cav, they can quickly maneuver to other spots of the battlefield. Let's now look at the defenders really fast, starting with the Moors. So the Moors are commanded by CPM Miller. He's got a lot of peasant crossbowmen, which is a pretty solid unit. Very cheap, but very deadly. He's got the Hashashim, which are really good at fighting on the wall. So that was a really smart decision there. And then he has some dismounted Christian Guard, which is one of the best infantry in the game. So they are going to be really challenging to take down. And that's pretty much it for the Moors. He's got some desert archers, and he has his trebuchet, which is currently firing, look, right over the heads of these archers, and it's going directly towards the siege tower. Let me just do normal speed. Check this out. Look at this. Boom. Direct hit. So not a great start to this battle. Definitely don't need that. Now looking at the Papal States, they have some dismounted broken lances in reserve. He's got his general in a late period general's bodyguard. He also has a trebuchet. I'm surprised that they did not bring a catapult, which would have been really useful for this type of battle. Then he's got some dismounted feudal knights in reserve. This is his best infantry, and he has some dismounted men-at-arms near the walls here. So he's got a pretty solid force, and he has some crossbows, which are currently firing at my force. So let's go ahead and do normal speed and get this one underway. Alright, so here we go. My siege tower is moving forward, and the thing you want to do with these no artillery type battles is that you want to get your siege towers, well, essentially you want to attack right away, and you want your army to close in as quick as possible and overwhelm their defenses by using tons and tons of siege towers and just, you know, taking those walls. But it does seem like he's going to be well prepared. He's got a lot of reserves waiting for the perfect moment to charge up this wall and defend it. He's going to try to use his crossbows here as long as possible, get as many volleys as he can, and then he will retreat them. There goes one of the siege towers, destroyed from the trebuchet and the arrow towers from the arrows from the arrow towers. Here comes another volley. Look at this. Look at this. Right over the heads of these dismounted broken lances. So he's been getting some lucky shots, especially from the trebuchet, because it's very inaccurate. And look at this. Look at all the bolts coming in from the crossbows, taking out a lot of the broken lances. He should probably try to go into loose formation here, but that's all right. He's already at the walls. So yeah, I'm a little rusty. You know, I haven't played Medieval 2 in a pretty long time. I do have my first siege tower over here. My feudal knights are going to go ahead and start climbing up. They are getting harassed by a lot of arrows and bolts. Unfortunately, this siege tower catches on fire, so I cannot use that one. That's going to really hurt my attack here. But I have 2 more going around the curved part of this wall. So hopefully I can catch some of these crossbows by surprise. The Papal States are now moving up their infantry to defend, preparing to hold. He's going to go ahead and evacuate his Pompey's crossbowmen, get them off the walls. And just like that, guys, this battle has begun. And it just, look at this. You got the siege towers on fire, troops moving forward, arrows flying everywhere. This is what I love about Medieval 2 Total War. Hopefully I can play, and hopefully you guys send in more no artillery siege battles, because they're the best. And unfortunately, yeah, my siege equipment, these 2 siege towers are burning, and I'm just down to 1. That is terrible news for my English knights. They are going to get focused down. I really want to try to spread out my forces, but no, I got to rely on this 1 siege tower. I do have some reserves pushing forward. I'm already sending up my armored swordsmen, pushing up more siege towers, hopefully to get in, to get it to the wall and have more entry points. Because it's never a good thing to focus on one area, because obviously the enemy can focus on one area. But look at all the reserves here. This is ridiculous. This is going to be pretty challenging. All right, and Jackie Fish, he's focusing down this wall. We do want at least 1 breach point so we can kind of charge in and attack on multiple fronts. And he did get this siege tower to the wall, and now Papal States and Sicily are doing battle. They look very similar. You know, just look for the white and black versus the white and gold. And a lot of bolts. Yeah, look at that. A lot of bolts coming in as well. He's got his crossbows at a really good position. I called this strategy a long time ago. I called this strategy shooting fish from a barrel. Or no, that is not what it's called. Shooting fish in a barrel, not from a barrel. Yeah, they just get really good flanking shots here because the infantry is pinned by enemy infantry. And now we can get some pretty sweet close-ups here of this epic wall fight. We can see that there's a lot of fighting going on here. Here comes my English knights. Leaving the siege tower, taking these walls, and we got a great stand by the Papal States using his men-at-arms. My feudal knights should easily cut these guys down because they are, well, skill-wise, they do not, they don't compete. So more and more troops pouring in. I finally have my other siege tower. It's a little glitchy here because it went through the broken siege tower, but I do have another siege tower, and my armored swordsmen are going to soon be at the walls. And, yeah. That's unfortunately. Here comes another one. Okay, so we are pushing up more siege towers, but the timing is not that great. And now I'm pushing up my my archers here. You can see that we're kind of waiting for this wall to break down, and we're just gonna unload all of our bolts and arrows into this one area because he does have infantry right behind it, waiting for us to charge. But instead of just charging in, we're gonna skirmish him down a little bit. Oh, and some trebuchet. Oh my goodness, Trebuchet getting some lucky hits on this siege tower. That is not what we need right now. Again, we need as many siege towers active as possible because we need as many entry points and we need to spread our forces and overwhelm the defenders. But let's see what happens here. Oh, that artillery, I'm pretty sure he's going for the siege tower. It's got 60% damage, so I think 1 more hit, all these troops could potentially fall to the ground and die and burn a terrible death. But we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. It looks like they're going to get ready to take the walls as soon as this thing comes down. The desert archers, they're not too phased. They're going to stand their ground and continue to fire as many arrows as possible before the invaders come. Oh, that trebuchet getting really close. I mean, just look at this battle from a bird's eye view. It looks amazing. It looks pretty awesome. You know, it's been a little too long. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You lose an entire unit just like that. So that was a great start for the defenders. We still have more troops taking this wall right here. I just didn't want to miss that. That's why I was focused over there for so long. I have more of my troops charging through this siege tower. And again, we're still just trying to use brute force and take out this wall. Come on, armored swordsmen. They should do a great job against these dismounted men-at-arms. So we are taking control. We do have some Hashashim over here joining the fight. That's going to be a huge issue for my feudal knights. And I've got my other siege tower getting ready to release more troops. He doesn't look like he has a lot of defenders, but he is moving in some feudal knights. So he's got his reserves over here now going up on the wall, just barely making it in time. You can see them marching in column formation there. Here we go. They're about to meet on the battlefield. Come on, guys. What are you doing? Fight them. Don't run away. So there we go. Now we're fighting over that wall. I just love it. It's amazing. There we go. The wall's down. And look at all the arrows and bolts firing through this wall. We can see that we're really focusing down these troops, and they made a smart decision by running these troops out of the way. You can see that we took out a ton here, and now we're going to focus down his peasant crossbowmen who are sitting back here in reserve because they are out in the open. So yeah, definitely trying to take advantage of this breach point. So here's the point of view of the Sicilian Pavi's crossbowmen. Actually, it looks like they're kind of firing at some troops here on the wall. They're trying to take out the desert archers, which at that point, you know, or at this point, they're not a huge threat. They're really not that great, but look at the formations here. This looks fantastic. I'm now moving up my dismounted English knights. We're going to get ready to eventually charge to this breach point, but we're waiting for the perfect opportunity. Let's go ahead and go to the front lines here, where the walls are still being fought for. It's been a tough situation. It is really challenging to take out a wall in a no artillery kind of battle. And also the peasant crossbowmen and the crossbows of the Papal States have been racking up kills. You can see he's got his peasant crossbows down here. Look at that, even breaking some of my feudal knights. So that's not a good start. I definitely don't want to see my troops breaking there. They need to fight on for a little bit longer. Just kill as many as you can. That's the goal. I mean, honestly, we don't have to win right here. All we have to do is open up this area right here and just get our archers up there. But here comes a cav charge running through the breach. I saw an opportunity to charge in. They did not get their lances down, so that was not a good charge. But really, I'm just trying to disrupt their formation. And now we're charging in the infantry. So we got infantry right behind. Here comes some Sicilian broken lances going through the breach here. And my knights, they're going to continue to run down the street. I'm trying to disrupt his crossbows because they're racking up kills. It's a very important target for me to go after. There goes my knights. And then here comes the infantry. Also have my English knights in the mix. You can see their pole arms there. And I think we got them off guard there a little bit, but it's still going to be a pretty tough fight. And just look at that. My knights got just murdered there. They're down to the last knight right here. There's two more actually. Yeah, and they're breaking. Yeah, they're not going anywhere. Here's the last one. It looks like he is going to live here. And he's going to go back home and bring shame against the Kingdom of England. So we got a nice breach point battle going on. I mean, just look at this battle from afar. I mean, is this not one of the coolest looking battles? I mean, this truly feels like a medieval fight. You got siege towers all over the place, broken down siege towers, troops fighting on the walls, troops fighting at breach points. Really good artillery hit there, taking out a ton of troops. Great use of the trebuchet. That's going to be huge, and that actually breaks the broken lances, who are down to 60 men. Really? They're breaking with 60 men. That is insane. That is well, they'll come back, obviously, because they have infinite morale in the town center, but still, that is not good for the Papal States. So yeah, pretty tough fight, and my English knights, they're still holding up on this wall. You can see that there's a lot of fallen soldiers over here because of the crossbows there, and we're still fighting over at this flank as well. And we have more feudal knights closing in. I still have some reserves over here, mostly English knights, which are not the best at fighting in melee, but they should do all right. Here comes my general. He's going to stay close to the walls, hug the walls, and, you know, give them that extra morale. So really cinematic, really crazy fight so far. And it seems like they are pushing us back a little bit in this breach point, which is not great. Sicily, look at this. Jackiefish charging down his dismounted broken lances from the walls. We have finally conquered a section of the wall, and now we can move up our crossbows and archers, and hopefully this will change the tide in this battle, because so far, well, it's actually pretty even, which is pretty amazing. But yeah, Sicily's breaking over here. which is not a good sign. More artillery fire coming in, trying to take out the crossbows and archers, which is a good target to go after. I now have my archers over here moving forward. So I'm going to get ready my retinue longbows. Remember, I'm going to try to get them up on the walls. So they need to do that quickly. And again, let's just get a nice bird's eye view of this fight right here, which is just a gorgeous fight. A fantastic battle. Here comes my longbows getting into position. Oh, artillery smashing into those crossbows over there. So I'm just lining them up. I'm holding my ammo because I don't want to waste it just yet. I want them to get in a really good position. Here comes my armored swordsman. Again, more and more infantry just pouring in, just trying to gain control of these walls. But the Hashishim, man, they're pushing me back. Look at that. He's got about 2 units of Hashishim. They're so good. They are so good at fighting at the walls. They're going to hold for a pretty long time. And, yeah, they're pushing us back over here. Pushing us outside of the breach. And the fight for these, fight for the flank over here is still going on. Crossbows still firing. He's getting his crossbows up here. I'm still trying to get them up here. The desert archers are amazingly enough still up here, which is pretty crazy. And my goodness, just look at this. I love this is a great shot right here. Seeing these archers just holding their position, and just seeing the castle walls in the background is pretty great. The snow coming down. I think I am firing some of my archers here. And here comes Jackie Fish's artillery, still just trying to take down a lot of these skirmishers and trebuchet back here. It does look like he took out one of the machines here, but he does have to take out 3 more of trebuchet. And yeah, the Christian Guard, man, they have pushed us back, and it's not looking good. Yeah, they killed 43% and we've only killed 40%. It's never a good thing when you've killed least percent and you're attacking. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, usually as the defender, you have less troops. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying that it's not looking good so far. All right, more and more Papal States troops climbing up on the walls, closing in on my troops. And again, he's doing a great job here. I mean, look at this. The crossbows in a great position, firing right at the flank of my my armored swordsman. So he's taken out a ton of troops within every volley. So it's not a good situation for me and my English boys here. More people closing in here. See, he's doing a great job of just pinning my infantry and using crossbows to kill them. So, good strategy there. That's always a must when you're defending. Oh, jeez. And now it looks like the defending trebuchet is going for the siege tower here, trying to take this out. They've done 24% damage to the walls. We cannot lose this siege tower. It is way too important. But we got a nice brawl still going on here. Sicily, though, is starting to thin. And it seems like the defenders are turning this one around. I was really confident in this assault. But now it doesn't seem like we're going to win this one because we can't gain control of any strategic positioning or any of the walls where we can set up our archers. These crossbows, they're just bugging out because every time this wall gets hit by the trebuchet, it keeps them from moving. And look at the Moors. They're almost outside of their own fortress, pushing back some crossbows. Here comes another volley from the trebuchet. Again, not really getting too many great hits. Oh my goodness. No, the siege tower is on fire. I was moving up my first unit of retinue longbowmen, and yeah, it doesn't seem like I'm going to get any archers up on this wall. So I'm going to have to wait even longer. There we go. This is where I decide to finally fire some of my archers. I'm going to use up some of my ammo because it's better late than never. I was hoping to get these guys up on the walls, but it's not turning out that way. So they're firing over the walls. They're trying to get as many kills. Oh, that is so cool seeing that trebuchet fire. I mean, this feels like a proper medieval siege. It's pretty great. Pretty freaking great. And look at this, guys. Look at this. My English knights my feudal knights, my armored swordsmen, they are all being defeated on this wall. I killed a lot of the enemy, but unfortunately, they are stopping our assault. They're stopping us over here. Jackiefish, he's sending up more Pavi's crossbows because they used up their ammo. He's really trying to focus down this position, but it's looking pretty rough. I mean, these Christian Guard are just such a tough unit to break down. Here comes another charge from some Norman Knights. And he's got some reserves over here, some dismounted Christian Guard. He's got some dismounted broken lances, peasant crossbowmen. So they're also running low on troops. So don't get me wrong. I mean, this is still going to be, there's still a chance. But so far, nothing has really gone our way. Oh, and he took out the other trebuchet just like that. So that's one less trebuchet we have to worry about. But I was pretty sure, I'm pretty sure they were out of ammo at this point of the battle. So they were just kind of flinging cow meat and other disgusting things. Another volley from my longbows. That is just so epic looking. That's so fantastic. So he's trying to get, well, it looks like we got a siege tower now located at this spot, which is good. Jackiefish, he went ahead and he pushed over a siege tower over here. He's trying to support me over at this wall fight, but it really seems like this move is going to go in vain because his dismounted broken lances are going to get chopped into pieces by these feudal knights and the arrow tower support up here. So it's not going to be good. And this entire flank, this entire assault doesn't seem like this is going to pay off. Yeah, look at this. He's completely victorious over here. I'm actually retreating my troops. I'm giving up on that position because there's no point to continue to just send troops to their slaughter. So I'm going to run them down the siege tower and go through this breach point because this is our best bet. And you can see the flags are flashing yellow, green. That's the rotting cow meat that is affecting our troops. And Sicily, look at this, breaking over here too. So they have gained control once again. They've gained control of this flank once again. The Christian Guard, man. They're just so good. They are so good. Alright, so I got my longbows now firing. I mean, I'm just firing the longbows wherever at this point because I just can't get them on the walls. More infantry charging in here. Got the trebuchet firing. I mean, this is just the definition of a medieval siege battle. And look at all these Papal States infantry left in reserve. The balance of power is now even. They've killed 69% of us, Giggity, and we've only killed 60% of them. Still trying to push in through here. Got the Norman Knights. Oh, a good hit from the trebuchet, though, wiping out at least 30 troops there. You know, don't get me wrong. Most of them are archers, but that's going to cause a huge chain rout. Look at that. Peasant crossbowmen and Pavi's crossbowmen breaking. They're falling back, and that's given us some hope. Just all that's left now are the elite troops like the Hashishim and the Christian Guard. Look at all the crossbows firing down in this position. Not a great sight. Oh, and here comes those Norman Knights breaking through this breach point. Christian Guard now taking on more Norman Knights. So Jackiefish sending up more troops. I'm finally getting my archers up on this wall. So they're going through this siege tower. They're going to be able to set up and give some support, some suppressing fire support. My general's still close by. I'm charging in my last infantry unit, which is my English Knights. And here comes another healthy unit of broken lances. But Jackiefish's Norman Knights, they're pretty good. They should be able to chew up what's left of this infantry, but will it be enough? That is the question. Our troops are greatly affected by the rotting cow meat, causing some morale issues. But look at this. He's still got... look at it. It's just endless. He still has some feudal knights moving over. And he still has some crossbows, which he can use as infantry. I mean, it's getting pretty desperate at this point of the battle. He also has some troops going down the siege tower. I don't think he meant to do that. I think he was just trying to get them over here. But he might have misclicked or something. I have a unit of 3 dismounted English Knights holding this wall. I don't know what they're doing. Are they going for the kill? Look at this guy. Look at it. Boom. Wasn't paying attention, dude. You should pay attention next time. Here we go again. This guy is on a rampage doing the signature move, the overhead smash. So there we go. We're getting some kills. I like it. There was also, let's see. Well, we do have some cav charging out. That's right. So at this point in the battle, we have the Christian Guard moving out, which this is the general's bodyguard for the Moors in this battle. And they're going to go for some infantry over here. Let's see what happens. Now, I think this was an accident. I don't think he meant to charge in his cav into the broken lances. But now that they're stuck in melee, these broken lances should be able to take out a ton of them. They might not beat them. But yeah, look at this, guys. They're wiping them out. It's a unit of 18. I don't think he realizes that his cav is getting harassed by that infantry. And he's actually falling back. And the general, let's see, I think I just saw the general. But yeah, the general's getting out of there. That's probably a smart move. You don't want to lose your general just yet. All right, so back to this fight. Let's see what's going on here. Again, they're holding very well, keeping back Jackie Fish's Norman Knights. And of course, Jackie Fish still trying to attack on this side with his Norman Knights, but he is taking on the very elite Christian Guard. I have my archers up on the walls here in a very nice position. Trying to, really what I'm firing at is his elite troops, the troops in reserve, like his feudal knights and stuff. And I'm getting more and more archers up on this wall. So I'm just sending, just if you look at the siege tower, there's tons and tons of archers here, constantly just pushing to this wall and trying to support the Papal States. Now he's got his crossbows really close to the wall. Their trebuchet just keeps hitting their own walls. And this is so close of a battle. The balance of power, look at this. We're now turning it. Now that I've got my archers up on the walls, we're killing a lot more of them than they are killing of us. So the percentage killed, it's almost even. If you remember last time we looked at it, it was 69 to 60. Now it's 76 to 73. So we are turning this one around. Let's see what my archers are doing here. Still, I think I'm focusing down this unit right here. So yeah, I'm taking out his feudal knights, which his backs are, their backs are turned to my longbowmen. So that's going to be pretty sweet. Oh yeah, look at that. Not necessarily killing a lot of them, but I am doing some damage and taking away their hit points. But I mean, look at all the infantry they have. I mean, are we going to have enough? I don't know. I don't know. That's the question. Jackie Fish still has some Pavi's crossbows in reserve. He can use his infantry. We both have our generals, which keeping our general alive is going to be very, very important. But yeah, it seems like he committed all of his infantry. So this is it, guys. This is it for our infantry. Oh, massive chain route. Massive chain route. The broken lances, they're pretty timid at times, and they are breaking to the sight of our Norman Knights. But unfortunately, the Papal States, they have more and more men-at-arms. More infantry they can just throw into the fray. Yep, here comes some feudal knights as well. That's going to be a big issue. Jackie Fish is now looking for an opportunity to charge in his cav. You notice that there is a way to sneak in here and get his cav, maybe do some cycle charges. But here they come, the chivalric knights, using their great horses to push through the battle line. So they're pushing all the way through. And I actually, at this point, decide to march down some of my archers because my plan here was to fire at the flank of the infantry that's engaged over here. But you'll see what happens here. But look at this great cav charge. This is amazing. He's cutting down all these troops, and they're breaking. They're wavering, and we're pushing them back to the town center. But unfortunately, a lot of his troops are back and ready to go, so he can just charge them back in. And now we have the general of the Moors charging in, trying to stop Jackie Fish. So, I mean, this is just, it's so close. It's ridiculous. And here comes my general as well. I'm just trying to get him inside, not necessarily using them to fight. Archers still up on this wall, getting some great kills, great shots, great kills. You can see their arrows flying overhead. Looks like we're focusing down the enemy general. This is a great way to snipe out the general. The Shiveric Knights holding back here. I've got my English Knights going in as well. I can't believe I still have them. They're down to 22 men, trying to take out the general's bodyguard there. Dismounted English Knights and Portuguese Knights, anything with a polearm, they're actually really good at taking out enemy cav. So that's why I'm using them, you know, to take out the general. So we are pushing our way through here. Here is the general of the Papal States. He's pretty much untouched, which is not good. We really need to take him out so we can destroy this front line. But we still have a lot of feudal knights, a lot of men-at-arms. Here comes Jackie Fish's Pavi's crossbowmen. You can see a lot of Sicilian infantry here, broken lances. Yeah, mostly broken lances. We do have some Norman knights. Unfortunately, there goes my English knights. That's going to be it for my professional infantry. So they're breaking off, off the battlefield. My archers are focusing down on this blob of Papal State infantry. You can see them up on the walls there. See the arrows come crashing down. It's not a lot of arrows, but it's helping. It's for sure helping. Oh, they still have some ammo left, and that was really close, taking out Jackie Fish's general. He is going to freak out there a little bit and get behind the walls, which is a smart decision. And oh no, this is a major point in the battle where Jackie Fish's infantry start to break. They get exhausted. I don't think they can handle this battle for much longer. And now I see Jackie Fish's men breaking, so I go ahead and charge in my general. Now, I'm trying not to be careless with my general because even though I don't have a lot of infantry, I still have a lot of archers, and I don't want my archers to break. So if I lose my general, it could be GG for my army completely. But look at my general. He's going to town over here. Yeah, he got me a little nervous. I saw him pushing way up in the front line. I was like, no, no, no. You are not going to do that, you crazy, crazy bastard. He's getting pretty bloody too, so he's taking some damage. But the Papal States, they're still holding. Jackie Fish now moving in his general as well, trying to go through this opening so he can... Oh, a really good artillery shot there. Didn't kill a ton, but honestly, there's not that many troops left in the battle, so killing any is good. But yeah, he got his general. He was able to sneak his general out this way, and he's going to do some hammer and anvil on the back of the Sicilians, which could be huge. And I do a counter charge with my general there. My archers, let's see. My archers are actually now in the fight. You can see them right here. Retinue longbows joining the fight. We're doing everything we can to break these Papal State infantry. The balance of power is in our favor. We've killed 91% of their forces, but you never know. It could be one death of a general that could, decide the battle. And we have Jackie Fish's general running down some crossbows over here. Just trying to take out the reserves here of the Papal States. Oh, and there goes the Papal States general. And this is where things get really, really interesting. So Jackie Fish, now that the general is dead, let me go ahead and slow it down a little bit. Now that the general is dead, he decides to charge in his cav and go for the back of the Papal State infantry and break them, because they should break without their leadership of their general. And just like that, we got breakage right even before they charged in. So now Jackie Fish's general is going to go ham, and we have a massive chain rout, and that will conclude today's battle. That's right. So because of the death of their general, their troops could no longer hold the front line, and we were pretty much out of everything. I mean, it's really just down to my my retinue longbowmen. So they're going to charge in. I still have to take out a couple Papal States units. There goes the Christian, or not the Christian guard, but the Moorish general who's in a Christian guard. So he is slain on the battlefield. And my retinue longbow, which they're not bad at fighting in melee, they're now charging in and getting their swords wet. A very key element to this victory is the longbows right here. And of course, Jackie Fish's infantry did a great job. So now we're going to be able to chase down the forces and they're going to make their last stand at the town center. What they should have done is that they should have retreated all the way to the back over here and activated these arrow towers. I mean, you never know. There's still a chance. I mean, this is it. This is it for attacking force. So there's always a chance to turn this one around, but it's not likely. And we're going to just times 6 speed here and just watch my longbows do some work. And my general also, who's alive, flanking around, taking out some desert archers. There's Jackie Fish's general. Unfortunately, he will not live to see this victory. But his men will, and they will remember them. Only a handful of troops will anyways. There we go. We're surrounding. We're in control of the town center. And that is going to conclude today's battle. Great job by Jackie Fish. Look at that. Getting 1,500 kills. Almost getting the most kills, which is kind of crazy for an attacker. Usually the attackers get less kills than the defenders because they lose a lot of troops trying to take the walls. But really good job there. He did a great job with his Norman Knights. I did just short of 1,000, so can't complain. It probably wasn't my best game, but I felt like I was kind of more of the sacrifice army. You know, I really focused down. I was focused down by the Papal States and its infantry and took a lot of casualties there. But good game to our opponents. Thank you guys for playing with us. They did a great job. Both of them getting about the same kills. 300 less for the Papal States. But yeah, good game to you guys. It was great. If we look at the stats here, I think the best unit here was, let's see, I think 90 was the most kills from someone. 90-ish. I swear it was 90, 66 by my armored swordsman. So they're getting about 60s, or 83 by my longbows. That's a pretty good one. So yeah, that's my kills, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in another Medieval 2 Siege battle. Definitely going to have to play some more in the future because it just brought back so many great memories. And I definitely love the no artillery type siege battle, or just having one wooden artillery. It was great. It was cinematic, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, a comment, share. And if you haven't subscribed and you want to see more battles like this, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.